Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former president, all other protocol observed because of time. Today, I'm so happy that one of my sons, Mr. Femi Adesina, is from my state. And he came to me that I should please come to support him for the book launch. I've read it and I've understood Mr. President, the former President, Buhari, because I've been reading it. So I want you all to please support this book, donate generously, and I appreciate you and I say Happy New Year to you all. It shall be well with Nigeria. Thank you very much.
We are still the same. I served in the 4th and the 5th Senate. This is a very interesting event in leadership. When you are elected or appointed, you choose on the side of history you want to be. Clearly, from what we've read today, from what we've heard, from the reviewers, from those who participated, from the former head of state, our former president clearly chose the side of history he wanted to be, and is clearly placed on that side of history. Those who had doubts, as from today we no more have doubts as to where he belonged and he still belongs. For me, this is very incisive. I'm going to buy 50 copies of this book. There are various books on the side of former president and on the side of Femi, my very good friend. The Ararume's family will buy this book from both sides for the sum of 20 million naira. So I thank our president, present and former, and all those who have come for this wonderful opportunity, and recommend that all those who are here today, nobody leaves this hall without picking a copy of this book. Thank you very much.
Former head of state, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, National Assembly is one, and I'm a very loyal member of that institution. My leader, the Senate President, spoke on behalf of members of the National Assembly, accompanied and supported by the Honorable Speaker. So, on that note, Mr. President, I'm in full support of what the Senate President pledged. 15 million naira for all of us, 600 copies. But Mr. President, my brother Adesina says something. He said, I worked with former President Muhammadu Buhari. So a point of correction is, we worked with the former President Muhammadu Buhari. That is the 8th Assembly and the 9th Assembly. And unfortunately, I was a full-blown subject in the 8th Assembly parliamentary debacle when we were in ICC and the action was taken elsewhere in the National Assembly. And of course, that period was a turbulent period, but that is history. I want to take this opportunity, Mr. President, to commend members of the 9th National Assembly, both the Senate and the House, for supporting fully the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. In fact, the history of that administration will not be complete without giving kudos to the members of the 9th National Assembly particularly. because most of those legislations, reforms done by the administration were reforms and legislations that were either originated and supported and passed and then assented by the National Assembly and the President, or initiated from the side of the executive arm of government. On behalf of myself and my family, Mr. President, I will take 12 copies. I have 6 local governments. I will give each 2 copies for a sum of 20 million naira. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
For updates.